What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a quick, simple, cost-effective project that I think just about everybody can use if you're hunting or spending time at the range. I know a lot of times we don't always have a sandbag or a nice rest whenever we're out at the range or sighting in our rifles for deer season, stuff like that. So if we don't want to go out, spend a lot of money on a store-bought one, why, we can do this and get one made that'll work just as good. So really the first thing that we're going to need is, well, we need a pair of jeans. And the other day, well, I had an unfortunate incident with my pair of jeans, but I didn't toss them because I knew I wanted to do this. I had seen somebody else at a range have a set of these, thought it was a fantastic idea, and I just never made any of my own until now. So if you have an old pair of blue jeans that aren't completely worn out in the knees or anything like that, but can still be used, if it's something like that where it's blown out at a seam, you can probably get by with using that. And we just need a couple other small things. Need some zip ties, and I know they're usually called sandbags, but we're going to use some white rice. I just got some Dollar General brand, real cheap bags, and that's what we're going to use today. So let's get right into it. So first thing off, we need to grab our scissors. Hopefully these will be sharp enough to cut. They're just normal kitchen scissors. And I'm going to cut it up as high as I can. Think of it like you're making some of them river shorts that everybody wears, or some Daisy Dukes. And I'm going to cut it just up here real high. That way we have plenty of material down below to work with. And if we have any extra that we need to trim off, why, we can do that later, no problem. So just going to start off, hopefully making a pretty even cut just right across here. May have to pull the pockets up so they're not in the way. And it doesn't have to be just perfect right now because, like I said, we will probably be trimming some of that off later on. So that's the first leg cut off, and we'll do the other one same way. Alright, now that I went ahead and got both those cut off, I've went ahead and turned this one inside out, and that is because I am going to seal off the first end. So down here where your ankle is, you can see where it's worn in my boots. I'm probably going to just flip that over like that, and then we will scrunch this up and like so. And then I'll grab one of my zip ties here, and I'm gonna go ahead, wrap that dude around, and zip tie this end shut. And really zip tie it down tight. If you want to put multiple on there, you can. I'm gonna go ahead and clip this off so we don't have that tail in there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and flip this out right side out, and we'll get our rice in there. So flip that inside out. Right there's where all of our end meets. And I did notice that I have a little bit of a hole here. You may want to glue or try and sew that up if you're using rice like me. If you're actually using sand, you're definitely going to want to glue that up, do something. Whenever I went to the store, I was lucky enough to find a 5-pound bag, and I think I'm just going to try to go ahead and just stick it right down in there. That'll do two things for me. One, it'll go ahead and keep it right there all together. The denim will be tougher than this plastic will, so you won't have your rice spilling everywhere. And because of that hole right there, or if I ever get to using this a lot and it wearing, if there's a hole in the denim eventually, why, my rice won't be rolling out because it's going to have that plastic liner. So everything will be contained right here. And as you can see, leaving that little bit of extra, It's going to help us out in here just a second. So let's get this dude put in here. And I'm going to just put the edges along with these seams. So it may not work because we really want to pack it in there. We may have to glue this because you want the rice tight. This loose right here, that may not be workable for us unless I can fold this over and really get her cinched down tight. Because you want a little bit of give to it whenever you're putting a rifle on that, whatever you're sighting in, but you don't want a whole lot. So I'll bring you back whenever I've made my final decision. So I went ahead and grabbed the old sewing kit from whenever I made my coonskin hat, and I went ahead and just threw some quick stitches here just to pull this up. It's probably enough to hold the rice, but if not, go ahead and grab you some like all-purpose glue and slap on there. I may throw a little bit on there. I went ahead and filled up this second one without any stitching in it, didn't need it, and this is actually both bags. I thought it might be all right with 5 pounds, but 5 pounds, really right about there. You haven't got a whole lot. You need probably close to 7 to 10. I could probably take a little bit out of this and it would do just fine, but I went ahead and put a full 10 pounds and it has done the job here. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to really make sure that that's seated in there good. I'm going to twist it up here to keep everything packed down real well. Just twist it. You don't have to like really wrench on it, but get it to where it's holding well. I'm going to take one zip tie just to kind of hold it and have it cinched up here while I'm working, and then I'm going to double over that extra bit of fabric there. So I'll get this on here, have it on there tight, take this, fold it over, and then we'll take another zip tie around and go over. That way you have this cloth folded over and cinched, and it'll just keep it that much safer to keep all your rice in there, because we don't want it spilling out by any means. So get it twisted on there real good, and then we'll snip the excess free. And you may want to clip that again. I just did it real fast. Those are pretty sharp and they'll be poking you, but ultimately got you a gun rest there. Put it on and you'll be set. So fairly quickly you can have you a simple little gun rest. That's why I've got this one here made. Wanted to use it for the pellet rifle to get it really well set and an easy or a nice rest for whenever I sight that guy in. And I fully plan on using these, and you'll most likely see them again in the future whenever I'm using it. Thanks for watching today's video, guys. I appreciate it. Not a whole lot going on right now. I've been out of town for about a week or so, so just getting back in the swing of things. Wanted to do this project, like I said. Pretty excited about it. We'll have to get more rice because I doubled up in that one leg, so I'll have to finish the other one at another date, but it will be done. Looking at the price of this, the rice for 5 pounds is like $3.50, so I've got $7 in one. And if you double that, of course, it's about $14-15, and you're getting rid of some old jeans you have, upcycling it so you can tell all your buddies you're going green, and making you a pretty nice set of sandbags that you can use if you're just needing them occasionally and don't want to spend a whole lot of money on a big set. So till next time, I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.